Maifield, Martin, Cavalieri, three of the fastest two-wheel drive buggy drivers on the planet for the last decade plus. Can Maifield or Martin win a world championship? Yokomo's first since 1997, when Masami won the four-wheel drive class. Can Cavalieri give Team Associated World Championship number 29? A-main number 1, this will be the first step to winning that world championship, and they are off.
So Maifield going to lead him up to the top there. Martin with a much better start this time. Right here is where he shuffled back the pack, so he is going to play it a little safer.
And Maifield, the benefactor of Martin, kind of taking his time there through that back section, got a little bit of room, and you see everyone backed up behind Martin.
Enough space now that Maifield can definitely choose his line through this third double, and he will go single-single. And Cavalieri, as well as we talked about in that other start, goes single-single as well, lap 1.
And Martin made up a little bit of time on Maifield there, but Ryan already had a little bit of a gap, and because Cavalieri checked up there now, the Yokomo drivers with a little bit of an advantage on the rest of the pack.
So Maifield putting a little bit of gap between him and Lee Martin now as he works over that triple. Nobody really getting caught on that big hole on that front side, so those guys well aware of that. Top 3 drivers going single-single through that third double.
Maifield with a 2-second advantage, nearly 1.9 seconds over his teammate Lee Martin. Martin and Cavalieri together, and then Orlowski in the 4th spot, starting to lose touch with that battle.
Yeah, Maifield looking clean and strong so far. Not a lot of mistakes out here. We asked the question is not if it's going to happen, but when it's going to happen. And so far, Maifield on his 3rd lap here, keeping it on the wheels.
Yeah, a big scare, though, over that triple. We got a chance to look at that during our track walk. Big holes in the face of that jump, and it looked like Maifield may have caught one, but he got it back under control, and still a 1.4 second advantage on Martin as the top 4 run in qualifying order.
Yeah, the top 3 now pulling away a little bit from the rest of the field. Orlowski 2.9.
Martin with a mistake.
Top 3 battle.
Martin crashed over the triple there, landed on his wheels. Cavalieri.
Oh, Cavalieri now going for the double there, so he'll put pressure on the wing of Martin as they go into the sweeper here, heading into lap number 5.
And now Maifield with a 3.1 second advantage. Martin in defense mode. Cavalieri on the attack. Look to the inside there through that 180.
Yeah, Cavalieri knows if he wants any shot at Ryan Maifield, he's got to get by Martin quickly as they go over the triple here, heading into the death row doubles, and another mistake by Martin.
Same spot as the last lap. This time he got loose. Going for the double this time, trying to put the pressure back on Cavalieri.
So Ryan Maifield out in front. Cavalieri up to the 2 now, 3.6 seconds back with 2:30 on the clock. Is that going to be enough time for Cavalieri to try and reel in Maifield?
Maifield does have the fastest lap of anyone on the track by almost a second faster than what Cavalieri's been able to do for a single lap. Martin not letting Cavalieri out of his sights.
No, he's recovered great and reeled Cavalieri back in here, and Cavalieri with a bobble on the second double, so Martin will go back by.
To the inside, Martin puts that Yokomo back to the 2nd spot. Cavalieri has to try to put on the pressure again, and this whole time, Maifield driving off into the Chinese afternoon. Almost a 4.1 second advantage over Martin and Cavalieri.
Ryan Maifield so far has led from the tone as they work over the triple that Martin has struggled with. Every time that Yokomo looks like that back end wants to wash out as he makes that left-hander right after the triple, and it's allowed Cavalieri to catch him a couple times. That time Ryan having to go wide to avoid contact.
Who would have thought in 2017 we'd see the best two-wheel drive buggy racers on the planet singling jumps as to not make mistakes here in A-main number 1.
Yeah, we knew that mistakes would be crucial, and those guys are choosing that it's not worth the few tenths going over that double.
And that was the 2nd time during this race, at least that I've seen, that Cavalieri overcooked it into that center chicane section, lost some ground, got out of shape there through the double-double, and now Martin with a 1.5 second advantage, and Maifield has given up a couple of seconds to Martin now. The gap between the leaders is just 2.4.
Yeah, so we run with Maifield, who goes 29 flat last time, 2 seconds slower than about his average lap there as he works up over the triple. So somewhere a slight bobble, slight mistake, but we talked about earlier, if you can keep that mistake under 30 seconds, it gives you a great shot of running towards the front.
Maifield, Martin, and Cavalieri still separated by just 5 seconds, as we're less than a minute away from the completion of A-main number 1. Maifield can't even see 2nd place behind him.
Jared Tebo, big mover from the 8th spot all the way up to 4th now, as well as McBride from the 10 up to the 7. Coelho has gone the wrong direction from the 5 down to the 9 early in this one, or late in this one, I should say, with 30 seconds to go on the race clock.
And Maifield will have one more trip through that dreaded 8-pack before he takes step number 1 toward his first World Championship.
All right, so we follow now with Ryan Maifield here as he heads on his final lap, possibly for a first A-main win here. And getting him one step closer. 2 would seal it up as we head into the triple there with that Yokomo buggy. Ryan Maifield one more time through death row. Oh, he gets it wrong. He gets it wrong in the double there. A quick Marshall gets him back underway. Here comes Lee Martin. So Maifield will hang on with a crucial mistake there on the last lap, but he will stay 0.6 of a second up on Lee Martin as Ryan Cavalieri will come across in the 3 spot. Dakotah Phend goes 4, so almost devastation for Ryan Maifield as he kept the race very clean, almost start to finish there, and on the last lap gets the second double wrong as he rolls it over, but a great corner marshal there. And once again, the drivers choosing corner marshals to represent them, so great representation there in the back, getting Maifield going quickly to have a 0.6 of a second advantage over Lee Martin here in A-main number 1. So we're going to head right down to Aaron for the Spektrum pit report and check up with your winner.
Ryan Maifield winning in number 1 here, but you had to make it fun to watch.
Yeah, I don't like making it fun to watch, but yeah, the car was really nice to drive. You know, so I think I made a mistake by running 2 warm-up laps. The tires fall off so fast, and at the end, I felt like I was like, man, these tires are a little less grippy than what I was expecting. You know, at the end of the run. So yeah, overall that was nice. I had a pretty big issue after that qualifier. I got pretty mad and ran my car and like an idiot, and I had to run back, and we put a whole new chassis, all new plastics on. I mean, it was a full-blown thrash. So, but luckily the team was there to help me, and we got it back together, and the car feels really nice to drive. So that was nice to get that going. It's a lot of pressure sitting around waiting. So I'm confident going into the next round. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and we'll see what happens.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Thank you.
And finishing up the 2nd spot, I think we lost 2nd and 3rd place, so we'll go try to catch up with them later.
So you just caught up with your winner of A-main number 1, Ryan Maifield, as he led start to finish every single lap there, but he tried to give it away almost there at the end in the death row doubles, but able to recover quickly and stay 0.6 of a second ahead of Lee Martin.
Okay, will be out. L lanes for Marshall Bouquet. L lanes.